China currently ranks second on the list of countries with the highest number of UNESCO heritage-listed attractions, only second to Italy. With a total of 56 sites, the country offers a rich palette of history, culture, ancient knowledge and nature. Though difficult to choose among the attractions on the list, here are some locations you might consider when planning your next trip. 1. Great Wall. The Great Wall was continuously built from the 3rd century BC to the 17th century AD on the northern border of the country as the great military defense project of successive Chinese empires, with a total length of more than 20,000 kilometers. The Great Wall begins in the east at Shanhaiguan in Hebei Province and ends at Jiayuguan in Gansu Province to the west. Its main body consists of walls, horse tracks, watch towers, and shelters on the wall, and includes fortresses and passes along the wall. The Great Wall reflects collision and exchanges between agricultural civilizations and nomadic civilizations in ancient China. It provides significant physical evidence of the far-sighted political strategic thinking and mighty military and national defense forces of central empires in ancient China, and is an outstanding example of the superb military architecture, technology and art of ancient China. It embodies unparalleled significance as the national symbol for safeguarding the security of the country and its people. Point 2. Forbidden City in Beijing. The Forbidden City, located in the center of Beijing, is the supreme model in the development of ancient Chinese palaces, providing insight into the social development of late dynastic China, especially the ritual and court culture. The layout and spatial arrangement inherits and embodies the traditional characteristic of urban planning and palace construction in ancient China, featuring a central axis, symmetrical design and layout of outer court at the front and inner court at the rear, and the inclusion of additional landscaped courtyards deriving from the Yuan city layout. As the exemplar of ancient architectural hierarchy, construction techniques and architectural art, it influenced official buildings of the subsequent Qing dynasty over a span of 300 years. The religious buildings, particularly a series of royal Buddhist chambers within the palace, absorbing abundant features of ethnic cultures, are a testimony of the integration and exchange in architecture among the Manchu, Han, Mongolian and Tibetan since the 14th century. Meanwhile, more than 1 million precious royal collections, articles used by the royal family and a large number of archival materials on ancient engineering techniques, including written records, drawings and models, are evidence of the court culture and law and regulations of the Ming and Qing dynasties. Point 3. Hongkun Village. Hongkun is a traditional village located in Yi County, Huangshan City in South Anhui Province. It was built by successful officials or merchants returning home from official appointments and business, and gradually developed into models of conventional Chinese village construction. Hongkun is located at the foot of a hill next to a stream which forms two pools, the Moon Pond in the center of the village and the other to the south. Characterized by rhythmic space variation and tranquil alleyways, and with water originating from a picturesque garden, the whole reflects the pursuit of coexistence, unity and the harmony of man and nature. The unique and exquisite style of Anhui buildings is conveyed in plain and elegant colors, their gables decorated with delicate and elegant carvings, their interiors filled with tasteful furnishings. The rigid patriarchal system together with gentle and sincere folk customs reflects the cultural ideas of scholar bureaucrats in feudal society who paid special respect to Confucianism and Neo-Confucianism. These surviving villages bear scientific, cultural and aesthetic values with their 600-plus-year history. They are rich sources for the study of regional histories and cultures. 4. Mausoleum of the First Qin Emperor. Located at the northern foot of Lishan Mountain, 35 kilometers northeast of Xi'an, Shaanxi Province, Qinshuang Mausoleum is the tomb of Emperor Qinshuang, founder of the First Unified Empire in Chinese history during the 3rd century BCE. Begun in 246 BCE, the grave mound survives to a height of 51.3 meters within a rectangular, double-walled enclosure oriented north-south. Nearly 200 accompanying pits containing thousands of life-size terracotta soldiers, terracotta horses and bronze chariots and weapons, a world-renowned discovery, together with burial tombs and architectural remains total over 600 sites within the property area of 56.25 square kilometers. 6. Fujian Tulo. The Fujian Tulo are the most representative and best preserved examples of the Tulo of the mountainous regions of southeastern China. The large, technically sophisticated and dramatic earthen defensive buildings, built between the 13th and 20th centuries, in their highly sensitive setting in fertile mountain valleys, are an extraordinary reflection of a communal response to settlement which has persisted over time. The Tulo, and their extensive associated documentary archives, reflect the emergence, innovation, and development of an outstanding art of earthen building over 7 centuries. The elaborate compartmentalized interiors, some with highly decorated surfaces, met both their community's physical and spiritual needs and reflect in an extraordinary way the development of a sophisticated society in a remote and potentially hostile environment. The relationship of the massive buildings to their landscape embodies both feng shui principles and ideas of landscape beauty and harmony. 7. China Danja is the name given in China to landscapes developed on continental red terrigenous sedimentary beds influenced by endogenous forces including uplift and exogenous forces including weathering and erosion. It is characterized by spectacular red cliffs and a range of erosional landforms, including dramatic natural pillars, towers, ravines, valleys and waterfalls. The process of its development is characterized by a particular rock sequence, tectonic background, climatic conditions, erosional processes and landforms, and these processes have been presented as an interim model. Due to the combined endogenic tectonic uplift and exogenic climatic, erosion, weathering forces, and other factors, the Danja landforms have been developed in red sedimentary sequences continuously from the Neogene until the present. The 6 component parts represent the most important examples of least eroded, 2, most eroded, Danja landforms, providing a range of different aspects of the phenomenon, and illustrate both the range of landforms in relation to the forces and processes that form them, together with a range of associated landscapes. 8. Longmen Grottos. The Longmen Grottos, located on both sides of the Yi River to the south of the ancient capital of Luoyang, Henan Province, comprise more than 2,300 caves and niches carved into the steep limestone cliffs over a 1-kilometer-long stretch. These contain almost 110,000 Buddhist stone statues, more than 60 stupas and 2,800 inscriptions carved on steles. Luoyang was the capital during the late Northern Wei dynasty and early Tang dynasty, and the most intensive period of carving dates from the end of the 5th century to the mid-8th century. The earliest caves to be carved in the late 5th and early 6th centuries in the West Hill Cliffs include Guyangdong and the 3 Binyang caves, all containing large Buddha figures. Yaofangdong cave contains 140 inscription recording treatments for various diseases and illnesses. Work on the sculpture in this cave continued over a 150-year period, illustrating changes in artistic style. The sculptural styles discovered in the Buddhist caves of the Tang dynasty in the 7th and 8th centuries, particularly the giant sculptures in the Fengxianxi cave, are the most fully representative examples of the Royal Cave Temple's art, which has been imitated by artists from various regions. The 2 sculptural art styles, the earlier, Central China style, and the later, Great Tang style, had great influence within the country and throughout the world, and have made important contributions to the development of the sculptural arts in other Asian countries.